everybody. Welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I am reading on today. But before we get started, you know what I'm going to say. Go right down here, go in your settings, find your subscribe button, and go ahead on and subscribe. And while you're in there, hit your notification bell so you'll know when I upload or when I just want to pop in. And give me a thumbs up to fight this nemesis of mine. You know what it is that unrelenting algorithm. I really, really would appreciate it. And right here is our join button. That is for our channel memberships. And if you choose to become a channel member and a part of the reading club, you will support my little channel to grow, to improve, and to continue. And I would be so grateful for it. Also, I have an announcement. We have 2 new channel members, and I'm so, so, so excited. Our first new channel member is Simone. Simone, thank you. Thank you so much for deciding to support my little channel. It's so greatly appreciated. And Lady Gray. Lady Gray, thank you. Thank you so much for deciding to support my little channel. I know that you could support any channel here on YouTube. YouTube is so many of them, but you decided to support me, and I am so, 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 so grateful. And if you, Lady Gray and Simone, will go over to the community page, you will find your official welcome to the reading club over there. And everybody go over there and give them some love for becoming channel members. I really would appreciate that too. I have such a great community. Oh my goodness. Y'all just don't know how much I appreciate y'all. Y'all are, mm, I'm blessed. I'll just say it that way. All right, y'all. With all that said, let's get to the read. When I was putting the read together today, of course, you know me, I'm in these internet streets all the time trying to figure out what is the buzz. What do we need to have the read on? And of course, I'm all over the place Instagram, over on the dark side in the belly of the beast. But you know where I really, really like to be, and that's X. Because X, formerly known as Twitter, is kind of like me. It's a little messy, a little petty, very intellectual at times. And so I just love being over there, especially with some of the swatties that are posted now. They are, oh, chef kiss, because they come with the knowledge, they come with the receipts, they come with the messiness. They do. They come with the pettiness. And I tell you, it is a delight to be a part of it. Yeah, you know, I get in there and throw my hands every now and then too. Well, I was over there today, and before we get into the article that we're going to do the read on, I want to talk about something that's going on X. Well, Jan Moore, and if you don't know who Jan Moore is, she works for the Daily Fail. She's one of their flying monkeys that they send out to gather information, to mess things up for Harry and Meghan, or to go and be a stalker. And so Jan Moore, the Daily Fail, sent her 5,000 miles to Montecito. She packed her bags. She got a plane ticket instead of flying with her wings that she already has, because when I say she a flying monkey, this one right here, she not only looks like a flying monkey, I'll just say this. I don't just call her a flying monkey. She looks like one. And I'm gonna put Jan Moore here, and I'm gonna put the flying monkey here. Now I dare you to tell me which is which. Is the flying monkey here, there? Which is them? Which is it? Yeah, it's gonna be that kind of podcast today. It's gonna be real, real messy. It's gonna be real, real petty. You know why? Because Squatties on X put me in this mood because we're kind of ticked that the Daily Mail sent this woman, this creepy woman, all the way to Montecito, California, to spy on Harry and Meghan, to talk to the mailman, to talk to the woman that works in the coffee shop, to talk to the people who happen to be walking by the gate of Harry and Meghan's gated community. Just anybody that they can get anything from because they are completely dry and thirsty. They are parched for any new information or any new anything that has anything to do with Harry and Meghan. Because for almost 5 straight years, Harry and Meghan has served them up dust and they just cannot take it no more. They can't. You know that old Matt Wilkerson from The Sun, he flew down there and talked and walked around. What do they be doing down there? Going to the restaurant that they have saw where Meghan was papped at, going to the bookstore that Meghan maybe buy a book at. What are you doing? Because we know you're not talking to Harry and Meghan. Because if you caught on flames, just went up in flames, Harry and Meghan would walk by you. They would not spit on you if you was on fire. Well, I think Harry, he would try to put you out. He would. Harry is such a good guy. He really is. So he would try to put her out. And knowing her, she would set herself, if she thought she could get a quote from Harry, she would actually set her own self on fire just in order for him to put her out, to say something to her. The desperation is at that level at this point. So she wrote this nonsense article and in this, as a disguise for Harry turning 40. And like they don't know nothing new about Harry being 40. And so she wrote this article. And then this other toady, he's a toady. He's not a flying monkey, he's a toady. A toady is a royalist or some, like Richard Fitzwilliam, all these people, so-called royal experts. That's a toady. And he's a toady, Phil Dampier. He had the nerve to tweet out, good question, to this article. And the article says, Harry at 40 as a self-exiled prince. So he exiled himself. Yeah, okay. Especially when he wanted to be half in and half out. No, he didn't exile himself. William and all his cronies and Charles exiled him, his wife, and his infant son and snatched away their security and could care less about what happened to him. So, no, he is not self exiled. He was exiled by that family. Let's go on. As a self exiled prince prepares to celebrate his milestone birthday, Jan the Cyclops Moore, the one that has one eye looking at you and one eye looking for you, that Jan Moore, visited the glitzy California enclave of Montecito and posed the question that's the greatest mystery of the cosmos. Can you believe this nonsense? And you know what she's saying the greatest mystery of the cosmos is? What does Harry do all day? That's supposed to be the greatest. Let's what she said. The greatest mystery of the cosmos is what Harry does all day. Now, let me see. If you have two functioning brain cells, you have eyes to see and ears to hear. You have the ability to maintain information. Then you know what Harry does all day. Harry has a job with Better Up. Harry has the Invictus Games. Harry has Travelers. Harry has Well Child. Harry has Scotty Little Soldiers. What Harry has the Halo Trust. Harry has the Diana Awards. Harry, do I have to go on? Do, can, and they want to try to pretend, try to gaslight us into believing that Harry does nothing but piddle around on his bike all day and play with his dog. Like this, all this other stuff does not exist. Like Archewell is just an illusion and a smoke screen. This is ridiculous. And she had the nerve to write this, and the Daily Fail had the nerve to print it. Because she flew 5,000 miles to talk to the milkman, to talk to the guy walking down the streets. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And of course, Bill Dampier, the toady, had to come in and say, "Good question." That's what he tweeted on X. Good question. I'm going to put it right here. And when he did that, it struck something up in squatties and just good people. And when I tell you, they took him by his hair and drug him all up and down these internet streets. They took him and drug him all up and down these internet streets. And they didn't do it the nice way. I'm going to read a few of their posts, and you're going to see that they said for Phil Dampier, the squatters did, you know, yesterday maybe was a different day, but today I got the time for you. I got the time for you today. And, and this is the result of squatties having the time for Phil Dampier. It says, "You British journalists are sick, booking a flight from the UK to Montecito to interview Harry's neighbors in order to find out what he is doing all day. You and Jan Moore are mentally deranged," but that's why we call them derangers. They are. "It is stalking and not normal adult behavior. It's none of your business what he does." Straight for the neck. Went straight for the neck, and then put a picture of the nonsense article in her tweet. Let's go on. The next one said, "Harry and Meghan should apply for a restraining order to prevent any Daily Fail journalists from visiting Montecito in the future." Where is the lie? Because they're nothing but stalkers. Nothing but stalkers. And this one said, what pathetic, what, which is one of my favorite people who post on, this is from one of I get it right. This is from one of the favorite people of mine that posts on X, formerly known as Twitter. She hit me back one time because I had remarked on one of her comments, one of her posts, one of her tweets, and I commented on it, and she said that she is one of my subscribers. And let me tell you, I love her. And the reason I love her is because she's smart and because she do not play with these fools. Let me tell you again. She do not play with these fools. She eat them up and she leaves no crumbs. And then she put the napkin on the table when she's done. I'm going to tell you what she did. Richard Eden wanted to tweet about how Meghan's trademark had run into some trouble. and and they have to tweak it to in order for it to be issued. But Richard Eden wanted to make it out to be a big deal and how it was, how he is. It's just nonsense. And this squatty right here, I assume she's a squatty. I hope she is because I'm telling you, she leaves no crumbs. I'm telling you, she comes with the receipts, the facts, and she has no qualms in going straight for the neck. She went and tweeted him back and posted pictures of William and Kate's application for trademark, which also was rejected. That's what she did. And I had to comment on it. I said, you left no crumbs. What can he do with that? But it just exposes him to be the unserious person that he is. He's no journalist, he is a troll. And that's what she exposed him to be. And I loved it. I'm telling you, it made my heart leap. So this is the squatty, or I just assume she's a squatty, but she is one of my favorites. And she said, what's pathetic is when William turned 40. Only one paper did a write-up on him about his 40th year, and it was all about how he hated Harry. Where's the lie? Where's the lie? I remember that. Harry hasn't turned 40 yet, and the mail and the telegraph sent people 5,000 miles to do a write up on him. You guys really hate William. They do. And Kate and Charles and Camilla because they're boring. Nobody's interested in them. They did well, Harry's turning 40. Everybody's talking about Harry, 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 Harry. And William, he is so jealous, 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 jealous. And squatty, this same squatty posted this. I tell you, she eats. She leaves no crumbs. She put her napkin just perfectly folded on the table when she's done eating them up. She posted this by Tatler. I guess Tatler has done like this little thing about William. He done went over there and begged and cried his salty tears because Harry's getting all this attention about being 40, and Harry is not asking for none of it and could care less about it. But William's so butthurt, and so he went to Tatler. So Tatler magazine posted this. It says, how Prince William took charge and became the most popular royal in the process. Tell me you are pathetic without telling me you're pathetic. And then got all these different pictures of him. And this squatty, being the person that she is, which is chef's kiss, she circled the engagement that this particular post had. It had 4 likes and 2 comments, and it was over a day old. They do hate him. They don't care for him. He is boring, and he is nasty, and he is mean, and he's jealous, and he's just not he is not appealing. But I just love that. And she said, oh, no, just no. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And I want to post this one. This don't have anything to do with anything. It don't have nothing to do with Jan Moore. It don't have anything to do with Phil Damper. It just has everything to do with me because every opportunity I get, I want to drag Camilla. And this came along, and I said, well, I got to add it to the bunch. It says the British concubine. Camilla Parker Bowles, never still calling her Camilla Parker Bowles, went to royal duty today. Something to do with the Royal Air Force, and the concubine's hair decided to take flight. Woof. Tell me she don't look like that octopus. What's her name? She's in the Little Mermaid. That's who she looked like to me. And she just as evil. Horrible, horrible old woman. All right, y'all, let's get into this article. I have been messy, and I'm going to continue to be messy with the article, so ain't nothing going to change. All right, this article. Well, like I was saying, Mr. Butthurt over there. Everybody is talking about want Harry to come home. He's to come home, this and that. He's turning 40. Everybody want to write something about him. Oh, Roy Nika wrote something on him, what, 2, 3 weeks ago? He wasn't even close to turning 40. She wanted to get in on it quick. I have never saw anything like it before in my life, but what we understand that William only got one. Harry, they just, what is the sickness about? I just can't understand it. It seemed like people are infected. They either totally and completely obsessed with Harry, and William is totally completely obsessed with Harry. And I mean, what is it? It is a sickness. And he's so jealous. I guess I'll never understand it. But since all of this excitement about Harry, William, of course, has to cry his tears and he has to put out how much he hates his brother. Have we heard that before? He's not coming to the coronation. We heard that before. And now, evidently, he has a brutal plan for Harry and Meghan. And this is what the article is about. It's in the Mirror. Prince William has brutal plan for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle when he is king. Just unkill Poe Charles off. How would you feel if your son continues to talk about a job that he can only get when you dead? Charles is reaping what he sowed. Have lived a completely selfish life with no understanding of other people's feelings. All he has ever done is to be this man baby. And now he's reaping the benefits of it. He has this son who wants to plant him as soon as he can so he can take over his role so he can punish his brother. Boy, you did a good job, Charles. Let's get into it because we're going to make it really quick because it's just nonsense, rehashed, warmed over crap. It says, according to a source, heir to the throne, Prince William is already looking ahead to when he is king and Charles is dead. I put it when Charles was dead because I'm messy. And has already thought about what his reign will mean to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. It has gotten to the point where I think William only want to be king so he can have something on his brother. It is just so ridiculous to me. It says Prince William is reportedly ready, already planning his reign and what it means to his estranged brother, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Nothing. It means nothing. They don't depend on them financially. They don't even have to speak to them. They live on a whole separate continent. What is William going to do? What is he going to do? It's ridiculous. And the newspapers has already started to turn. They want somebody who actually sell papers, not him. Because you put William, you saw what happened in Tatler. You put William on page, on the front page of anything and see if it sells. Put Kate on there. Put, Lord knows, don't put Charles or Camilla. You would have to pay people to take the paper instead of them paying you. You would have to pay them to read it. It's just that bad. So, the heir to the throne and his younger brother Harry has now been locked in a bitter feud for several years. Lies. In order for it to be a feud, it has to be two people. Harry has moved on. Hasn't anybody been paying attention? Harry's gone. He's moved on. Harry's on the world stage now. He is associating himself with former presidents and secretaries of state and the UN. This is what Harry is about, trying to do good for others. He's moved on. He has no time for this man baby who absolutely maneuvers everything to try to get the attention and to one up his brother while Harry is gone. He's not paying him no attention. All right, one of the flashpoints in their rift was the publication of Harry's explosive memoir Spare, in which he claims that William physically attacked him in the heat of a row in Kensington Palace. Well, I don't understand why William is angry about that because that was told in a book way before Harry told it in Spare. It was told in a book by Robert Lacey and called The Battle of the Brothers. It clearly states that William attacked Harry in there. So William is so sad, pathetic, and pitiful that he just has to find anything he can do or anything. He just latches on to anything to justify his bad behavior and his hatred for his brother. So miss me with that. If you want to be mad with somebody, be mad with Robert Lacey. He's the one who first said anything about you attacking your brother. Stop it. Okay. It says Harry and wife Meghan quit the royal roles almost 4 years ago. Finally, do you understand that though? I hear you saying it, but do you understand? Why are we still going over this? And currently lives in California outside of the royal fold, pursuing projects with the likes of streaming giant Netflix. And a source told Express that when ascends to to the throne, not much will change with regards to his brother and sister-in-law. They said William is already planning that when he becomes king, and he doesn't see a future for the Sussexes in the royal family. Well, I know Harry and Meghan is going to have to go down to the beach and count the waves coming in and really just contemplate how will they go on without being a part of the royal family since they hadn't been part of the royal family for 4 years. So is this the brutal plan? That's why I say they absolutely think being a part of that family is such a flex. Harry is living a great life in California, in Montecito, with his wife and two beautiful children, and making a place for himself on the world stage. Harry is respected, and everybody knows he's a serious guy. Everybody knows that William is not serious. You don't have an organization like Earthblock and take in 1.6 million pounds and spend 1.5 million on costs on yourself and be considered serious. Come on now. Mm. And so that's how he's gonna punish them. Just never they'll never have a place in the royal family. Well, boo hoo. Boo hoo. So Harry is not gonna have to do them old boring ceremonies by pinning all those dumb medals on people. You mean he ain't gonna get to do that? I'm sure he gonna miss that and that whole trooping of the color and Christmas where you have to be around uh, Charles and Camilla and her old crowd of folks. That old son of hers with that box head. Yeah, okay. Well, I know Harry and Meghan, but I believe they'll be able to make it through. I think that I think they'll be able to make it through with this brutal, brutal plan. I think they're gonna be down with it. And it says the feelings is that following the Sussexes, allowing the Sussexes back into the fold is a bad move, and they should be resigned to the fringes indefinitely. And Harry and Meghan will be happy with the fringes. They have been happy with the fringes for almost 4 years. They'll continue to be happy with the fringes. What is they talking about? And it said William, and then they go into about, oh Lord Jane, what is his name? Lord Robert Fellows. Oh my God, I have heard about that funeral until I cannot anymore. All this rehashing and rehashing and rehashing. So there you go, y'all. Another nonsense article talking about some kind of brutal plan that William has for Harry, which is pretty much Harry living his life the way it is right now. And them thinking that it is some kind of punishment not being a part of that den of vipers, pinning medals, riding in carriages, walking around with stolen jewels on, and pretty much doing nothing to help anybody except yourself. I am sure Harry and Meghan will be okay if they're not a part of that. And I am so glad for them. All right, y'all. That's a read. See y'all later. Bye.